Hello, Sagittarius. I'm Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com, and I'm still doing my personal forecast readings for 2015. So if you want a personal reading that is going to go through month to month specifically for you, then do contact me. You can contact me via my email address, because you can check out my site to read up about what the personal reading is all about, but to actually order a reading, you have to contact me on the email address that I'm going to provide down below, because I'm having an issue with the link that is on that page. And I don't know, I've been calling like the technical support for my site, and they're not very helpful, so I'm trying to sort that whole situation out. So yes, I'm going to get into your reading. I'm going to be doing this like I do every month. The only difference is I will show you the cards this month, because people have been getting at me. Oh my gosh, people have been going in on me about not showing the cards. So I will be showing the cards. And so yeah, it's just gonna be like it usually is. It's gonna be your professional life, then your personal life, and then your spiritual life, Sagittarius. And I'm gonna be using the Hanson Roberts Tarot, and I'm going to be using an energy oracle card to serve as your advice card for this month. So let's see what is coming up for you, Sagittarius. So okay, all right, so when it comes to your professional life, it's the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Rods. When it comes to those of you that are in relationships, it's the Hermit with the Hierophant. No, it's the Hermit with the High Priestess. Not the Hierophant, the High Priestess. And then for those of you that are single, it's the Page of Rods with the Seven of Cups. And for your spirituality cards, it's the Eight of Cups with the Six of Rods. So what I'm seeing in terms of your work and finances is that this is the month where you can gain money, you can gain more finances. If you have been financially strapped, there is opportunities for money to come to you. Someone might be providing an opportunity for you to make some more money. That person is holding the cards, though. That person has the control, that person has the influence. So this is definitely somebody that is like a boss, an authority figure. But the issue with this is that it's almost like this opportunity is coming, but it's not going to be made entirely easy for you, because of the fact that you're going to have to compete for this opportunity. So it's about putting your best foot forward. It might be a case of you really having to prove yourself in terms of this job. You really have to prove your capabilities. You really have to prove that you're the right person for this job that you're going into. I feel almost like this person, they may almost favor you, but you still have to go through the process with everyone else. So what I would say is, if an opportunity comes and this person is already kind of taking a liking to you and is saying, maybe you should go for this, because you might be able to get a connection somewhere. That's kind of what I'm seeing in these cards. Like a connection presents itself. Somebody might come up to you and say, oh, such and such is hiring. I know this person. Maybe I can get you in there. Or maybe even the person that works somewhere might say, well, because they're the manager or whatever, maybe I can get you in this position. But then at the same time, it's like it's still going to take work for you to really be able to prove yourself in this position, even though you might have a bit of a connection with this place. But I feel like connections might actually turn out pretty well. Take advantage of it, but do make sure that you prepare yourself fully, just like you would for like any other interview or anything like that, if you are looking for a new position, that is. But even then, these cards could apply to somebody too that is staying in their work position. It might be a case of you might be wanting more. You might be wanting to ask your manager or boss for a raise, something like that. If you and it's almost like you might have to compete for that raise. Other people might also be asking for more money too, and then it's not almost like they can just give it to you. So it's still a case of having to prove yourself, having to prove your worth in order to get what you feel that you deserve. So still opportunities will come. There's still positive cards. So when it comes to those of you that are coupled, I'm feeling, when I first look at the cards, the first thing that comes into my mind is that you are in a relationship where you might not be getting what you feel that you need from that relationship. You might be feeling like you're alone in this relationship. You might be feeling like you're not getting all of that emotional support or the emotional fulfillment that you need. It's almost like you're in search of something, that you want that deep spiritual connection. That's what you're needing this month. You want something of a greater purpose. So it's not just about you and this person hanging out and taking things light. You're looking for something that is really going to feel that you are connected on a deep level, maybe even on an intuitive level with this person. And to be honest, I don't blame you, because I think those kind of relationships, they just are amazing when you find somebody that you can really connect with that deeply. And maybe that's really what you're in search of, but you might not be getting from your partner at this time. What I would say is be open with what you feel. When I look at these cards, I feel like these cards are cards that are connecting with somebody that is very spiritual. And I'm sure that if you're watching this video, you probably are quite spiritual. And so it's almost like that is what you're needing, because of the fact that you yourself are spiritual. You're looking for somebody that is also spiritual, that you can connect deeply with. And I would say, if you are with somebody and you're not getting that, do share how you feel. Do be really open with them about how you feel, because the hermit can tend to kind of close themselves off. Like, I'm not getting what I need, so I'm going to just close myself off, and I'm going to just go in search of something else, go in search of some other kind of fulfillment that I can get, because this relationship might not be providing me with it. What I would say is, don't keep things to yourself. Be open about it. Don't keep it as a secret. Keep it as, no. Whatever you feel emotionally, share that emotion, share those feelings with your partner, and then I guess you at least can see if you can work things out and get on the same page, or maybe they can think about, taking your needs into consideration, so that maybe they can make some changes, do things a bit differently, so that the relationship can be that much better. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling. But I feel like there's an issue of secrets that's going on here. Something is in the dark. That's kind of what I'm just getting. That there's something that is sort of being withheld. Something isn't really being said, and I feel like it's got to do with your emotions. It's got to do with emotions in this relationship. So I feel like maybe now is a time where, maybe up to this point, things haven't been said that probably have needed to be said for quite some time. So that's kind of what I'm getting with these cards. For those of you that are single, and if you're single and looking, you got the Page of Rods, so that could be an invitation for something. Good news could be coming through in a relationship situation. But I'm almost feeling like you might have different options this month. There might be a case of the only thing I would say is, sort of be careful when it comes to options and people that are out there, because you might be feeling like someone is a good choice or whatever. If somebody may present themselves and it may sound good in the beginning. It may sound good in the beginning. It may sound like it has potential, but then with this card, it's like things aren't very clear. Things aren't all what they seem. Someone might be portraying themselves to be all this stuff, and it seems really positive on the surface. But then you have to kind of look at the details of things, and don't get too caught up in emotions. And another thing is, sometimes when this card presents itself, it might be that you might be thinking, oh, this person is okay, maybe I could go out with this person, maybe I could make it work with this person. But then still it's like they might not be the right options for you, they might not be the right choices for you. So there has to be almost like this clarity of mind, and not letting emotions lead you down a path that isn't the right path for you. Don't try, what I would say is this: don't rush into anything this month. If somebody comes up, if something positive does come up in terms of relationship, don't rush, take your time with it. Because I kind of feel like you might get caught up in something that might not be what it seems in the beginning. So that's what I would say. And I almost feel like for a lot of you guys, you might even be wanting to keep your options open, and that would be a good thing. So yeah, take your time with things, relationship wise. If you are single, don't rush into anything. When it comes to the eight of when it comes to eight of Cups, when it comes to your spirituality, what I'm seeing is you're leaving something behind emotionally. Emotionally, you're moving into another phase. And when I look at these cards, especially when I pulled them from the deck and I laid them down, I was pleased to see that, because it's almost like on a spiritual level, I feel like you're going through a period where you can evolve emotionally, where you can evolve in terms of moving from something maybe that's no longer fulfilling, that's no longer really serving you, into something else that can be more positive for you. There is a progress that is happening to you on a spiritual level. And this month can give you the opportunity to have more direction, and for you to be in a position where you can experience greater victories and joys and success in your life in the month of January, and even throughout the year. So this might be the time where you might be taking stock of what are the things that I can release at this time, or that I should release, in order to bring back, or spend more time working on that which can make me feel a sense of accomplishment. And so I feel like this might be a case of setting new goals for yourself, setting new standards for yourself, progressing in a way that is authentic to you. So it's almost like some things are falling away that don't need to be there anymore, in order for you to sort of direct your energies to move forward with a clarity and a certainty, so that success can be in the pipeline for you. But it's positive. I like those cards, your spirituality cards. And I'm going to pick an energy oracle card for you, and this was the card that appeared. It's anxiety, but it's upside down. So upside down to me is saying that if anxiety has been an issue for you, anxiety might be able to be released. It might be cleared. You might be moving out of a position where things were feeling a bit uncertain. There was a lot of worries and fears and stuff. Maybe things are feeling more positive. Maybe, especially when I look at your work cards, maybe for some of you guys, maybe your anxiety has been over finding work, and then you do find work in January, or there's an opportunity that presents itself in January of somebody that wants to help you. And even when it comes to relationship situations, I feel like the thing that the word that wants to come up like every time since I've been doing your reading is clarity. And I think that that's a big deal. And I think when I sort of associate the word clarity with anxiety, anxiety happens when our mind isn't clear. Anxiety happens when our mind is full up with things that usually aren't even real. It's just thoughts that make us feel like, oh my gosh, like this is our circumstance. So then automatically, because of our circumstance, we just go into this sort of state of panic that just we never release, because of the fact that that circumstance is still there and we're still in the midst of it. So what it's saying is now is the time where you have to kind of be able to clear your mind a bit more. Yes, circumstances might be difficult, but try to find that clarity in your situation, in your life, so that you can move things. Like I said with them spirituality cards, move things in the direction that you wish for it to go, because that is it's possible for you, but there has to be, like I said too, there has to be an emotional releasing of that which that doesn't serve you. Anxiety is something that really does not serve you. And so the way that we can clear our anxiety is by creating some kind of direction to where we can see progress in the areas that we feel worried about. Instead of concentrating on what do I do with this problem, I can't pay this, I can't do this, I can't do this. If we can change our mindset and make us think, well, what can I do to fix this? What can I do to move things forward? It's about creating a plan, having a strategy, then we can see that progress. So yes, that's your card for the month of January. And yes, I'll see you guys. Bye.